Hey, good morning, good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are calling from. And thank you very much for joining me here today. I'm going to give like 1 or 2 more minutes for other people to join in. I'm going to start admitting people in and we will kick this started. And I'm excited about today's topic. And I know that you guys will find this beneficial. So let me share my screen so that we can get the ball rolling. So I'm sharing my screen now. If you can see my screen, please go to the chat section and type yes so that I'll know that you can see the screen. Okay, great, great, great. Thank you very much for that response. Hey, I'm not gonna keep you guys waiting any longer. Again, thank you for joining me this morning. I know you guys could have some other things that you could use your time on, but you chose to be here. And that tells me that you want to learn about financial planning. I'm excited about this topic because I know it is a much needed topic for this present time. Uh, but before we go into the discussion, let me quickly explain the structure of today's presentation. So I will start, I'm going to present, and I'll do this for the next 45 to 50 minutes, and we take questions. Today we have some activities. So for every training, there will be some exercise. And these are important so that you can get the benefits of the training. So expect to have some task for you. Please mute your phone so that we will avoid any form of distractions. And with that, let's kick it. With that, let's kick it started. Money is important, and that's an indisputable statement. Money is so important that every day billions of people they go out there to work, but many people are not able to have enough money because of the lack of principle of managing money. And that's what I'm going to be teaching today. I will be teaching the money management principle that will help you to build wealth and also attain financial peace. Uh, Let me go to the agenda so we can get this rolling. Before we talk about the agenda, I have a quick disclaimer, and I'm required to talk about this. The information that I'm going to be providing is for education purpose only. I'm not, even though I may name some companies because I want to use them as example, I'm not recommending that anybody invest in any particular assets class. My goal is to teach you guys the mindset and the mentality that will help you to build wealth. So, having said that, let's go to the agenda. So today, I'm going to start with the basics. And we share some money basics with you guys. Then we'll talk about how to maximize your income. You need to maximize your income to make sure you are earning enough money. I will explain how you guys can automate your saving. We will talk about how to develop your investment portfolio. And this one, how to make money work for you. This is my most favorite one. We will talk about how you can make your money work for you. And I want to also give you ideas that will help you to live free of financial worries. So that's the slide or that's the agenda for today. Let's keep rolling. Imagine for a minute you had to stop walking today. Just imagine that. Maybe voluntarily or involuntarily, you had to stop walking. How much will come into your accounts at the end of next month? How much do you think you will still make in your account? If your response is zero, that means you do not have any form of passive income. You have to work actively in order for money to come into your account. If your answer is maybe 10% of your income, well, that means you've been able to hopefully invest money so that at least some money will still come to you. Right now, there are some people on the top of the ladder. They will still make 100% of their income, even though they do not actively work. My goal is to help everyone to realize that even though you are working actively today, we must all have a goal in mind to one day replace our active income so that all the money that we will make will come in passively. So that's the mentality that I want everyone to take away from here. And the question to ask is, what can I do to make my money work for me? So bear that in mind. So let's go to the basics. Most people, they know what it means by having a turning point. Maybe if you are overweight and somehow that person suffered from an event of heart attack, that will get them to a turning point and say, oh, I need to lose this weight. Maybe for a smoker, you suddenly found out that someone died of smoking or maybe cancer. That could give another person a turning point that I need to quit smoking. I had a form of what I can call a turning point like many years ago. My wife she moved from the United Kingdom to join me here in the US. And, with the movement, we were settling down, buying household items, furniture, and everything we need in the house. And one Tuesday afternoon, we went to Target to go and buy some groceries. I swiped my credit card and I found out that I've completely maxed out on my credit card. To me, that gave me a pause that I've not been controlling my money. And ever since then, I had my turning moment that I cannot continue to live like that. And because of that, I made up my mind to I made up my mind to become more diligent in terms of managing my money. So, and those lessons, the what I learned, that's what I've been sharing with people, maybe in my podcast or whenever I write any blog post. So I developed what I call the money equation, and you can be on anywhere in this money equation. If right now your income is less than your expenses, you are going to be getting yourself in debt. And if you don't take control, one day you end up being bankrupt. So that's not good. Immediately above that, if your income is equal to your expenses, that means you will live paycheck to paycheck because you continuously, you will need to keep making money so that you can take care of your expenses. And that's what people call the rat race. Then this above that, your income is greater than your expenses. With this, you'll be able to save some money and you will be able to put yourself on a path to financial prosperity. This is where I want everyone to belong. So what can you do that will put you on this path? And that's a question that we'll be answering by sharing this money principle. So I want you guys to know that here is a no judgment zone. It's a safe zone. So no matter what your situation may be today, it does not really matter where you are going. Your goal is what matters to me. So whether you are unemployed and you are actively looking for a job out there, it does not matter. Whether you currently have loads of debt, I'm going to show you how to get out of that debt. Or maybe you are living paycheck to paycheck. It does not matter. And for those of you that are already financially free, kudos to you. You are doing something great. So it is not about where you are today, but it's about where you are going. And the journey to that place, to the place of financial independence, requires that you learn and adopt money principles that we will be sharing in this meeting today. Now, let me ask you this question. When you are given the choice to choose between a salary of $60,000 per annum or a salary of 50,000 US dollars per annum, provided that the working conditions are similar, which one would you choose? Or let me put it this way. How would you know the right job to choose? I brought up this question because knowing that we are earning the right amount will surely help us on our path to financial freedom. So think about it. I know to many people, they'll say, oh, Bola, this is a no-brainer. Of course, I'll go with the salary of $60,000 per annum. That's higher than $50,000 per annum. What are you talking about? But before you make that decision, wait till you see the next slide. So this $60,000 per annum job will require you to work 60 hours per week, while the $50,000 per annum job will only require that you work 40 hours per week. Again, now, which one would you choose? So that's the lesson that I want us to pick from here, is that we must evaluate our income based on the time that we spent earning it. And that's what is called your life energy. Let me give you this analogy. Let's say you are in the market looking for a car to buy. You have all the features that you want in the car, maybe leather seats, backup camera, self-parking device, or maybe you want to make sure that you have a navigation system in the car. And finally, the dealer gave you two options. But now you need to compare the fuel consumptions of the two cars that you were given. Maybe car A. With car A, you will use 30 gallons of fuel for every 100 miles driven. While for car B, the car will only consume 10 gallons of fuel for the same distance. Which of the two cars will you now consider more efficient? I'm sure you will say car B, and that's the lesson. Car B will give you more mileage per gallon. So in your job, Are you overworking and earning less? Let's go to these two options again. For the person that chose the option one, $60,000, working 60 weeks per week, that person is only earning $19 per hour, and the other person will earn $24 per hour. So when you are choosing, when you want to choose a job, yes, look at the salary. I want you to earn as high as possible. But you should also look at the time that you are going to be spending making that money. Of course, you should look at the growth opportunity that you get on these two jobs. You should look at the benefits from the employers, and you should look at vacation days and many other things, maybe distance to your home. So look at all those factors, but do not neglect looking at the hours that you'll be spending to make that money. That's the lesson that I want us to take away from here. My first real money lesson came from Robert Kiyosaki when I read his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That book taught me a lot about managing money. And I like this quote by Robert Kiyosaki. He says, financial freedom is available to those who learn about it and who work for it. The fact that you are here with me today tells me that you are ready to learn and you are ready to make a change. And that's the first step in learning about money principles. So that will take us to principle number one. Principle number one, the first principle is that you should have a reliable source of income. Hey, we are this training is for adults, and every adult should have a reliable source of income. And the good news here is that you can earn your money from 4 different quadrants. I also got this from one of Robert Kiyosaki's book. So you can earn your money as an employee, which I consider the easiest one because all you need to do is apply for a job out there. And once you are fortunate enough to get a job, do your job, do your due diligence, make sure you are producing at the company, make sure you are contributing your best efforts. Yeah, you'll be a good employee. So that's easy. Every month, at least if you have a good employer, your salary will be rolling in. So that's the first one. You can work as an employee. You can become a self-employed person. This to me is one of the toughest ones because with this, you are everything. You'll be the accountant, you'll be the marketing manager, you'll be the sales manager, you'll be the operations manager. So you are doing everything. It's tough, and sometimes you have to work longer hours so that you can satisfy your clients. So you can work and earn money as a self-employed if that's the path you want to choose. Or you can be a business owner. Business owners, they have systems in place. And why this one is great is that if they are out of the picture today, if they stop working, money will still keep coming in. And that's because they have a structured system in place. And most people don't get there overnight. It takes time, but you must learn how to build the system. People like Jeff Bezos of Amazon or Elon Musk of Tesla, they have built system around their business. Amazon, I'm sure you all know, Jeff Bezos started from his garage selling books. But today is a big conglomerate, filling in requests, orders, millions or billions every month from people all over the world. So that's the power of Amazon. And that's because he was able to get there because he built system around his business. The last one, you can earn money as an investor. This is the one that I love most. You do not have to start any business on your own. You just have to buy into an existing, well-run business. Like Amazon, for example. Yes, you do not have to start your own Amazon, but you can buy shares in Amazon and become a part owner of that great company. So here are the four different quadrants that you can make money. Depending on what you want, you can make money from any quadrant, and you can make money from all the quadrants. Look at LeBron James, for example. He makes money working, playing basketball, and he get paid uh, by the Lakers. He also has his own personal business. I think he writes books. He's also a business owner because he has bought some companies, and he's also an investor. So you can make money from all the quadrants. You are not restricted to any quadrants. So let's talk about how to boost your income. Because the goal of this is that today, like I said, if you are not earning enough, you need to find ways to boost your income. And here are 5 suggestions, recommendations that will help you. The first thing, you need to improve your skills. Maybe you need to go back to school and get more education. Maybe you need to write that certification exam so that you can get new jobs. Maybe you need to go through that training so that you can get your next promotion. You must find ways to improve your skills. If you are where you are 5 years ago, if that's where you are today, then you are falling behind. You need to constantly update yourself. You need to constantly improve your skills. And for business owners, maybe all you need to do is to learn about customer service management. Take the training. There are a lot of platforms today that will offer training for people that want to learn. So that's number one. You must improve your skills. Number two, you must become exceptional. When I say exceptional, that may sound intimidating, but let's put it simply. What I mean by that is that you need to be good at what you do. Let's take, for example, when an employer is going to lay off employees, they are not just going to lay off their top performer. No, they'll rank all their people and look for the low performers, and they'll start from there. Except if they want to close down the entire business, that's when all the employees will be let go. So be good at what you do. And if you are a self-employed guy, make sure you are offering the best product. Make sure you are offering the best service. So that's how to become exceptional. Number three, you must watch the trend. So in this technological driven world, if you are not watching the trend, you may be doing yourself a disservice. For example, if you are a teller at a bank, ATM machines, they are disrupting your job. If you are a retail worker at JC Penney or Macy's, Amazon or e-commerce websites, they are disrupting your job. If you work in the coal industry, environmentalists, they are threatening your job. Gasoline powered vehicles, right now they are being threatened by electric powered vehicle. If you work maybe in a company that make newspaper, printed newspaper, the introduction of digital prints, those are threatening your job because most people now prefer to read online. Most people don't read newspaper anymore. So watch the trend and move with the trend. Number four, you must utilize technology to help you. What do I mean by this? I have a friend that goes from house to house. He's a tutor, mathematics tutor. So he goes from house to house teaching people. I told him this, that why not find a way to use technology to teach maybe 10 people at once? And what does he have to do? Just create a video of your course and deliver it to the people. You do not have to go from house to house. Rather, make your video and let your video do the job. And that way, you will save your time. So we must always think about how to make technology work for us. And number five, the last one, you must make money work for you. If you are not earning any money because you are not working right now, or maybe if you stop working and no money comes to your account, that means you are not making money work for you. How to make money work for you is to find ways to invest your money so that you'll be generating some income. So we must practice that. What I am teaching here today is not only about your salary. Yes, I want you to earn as high as possible, but it is about how to make your money work for you. I like these quotes. It says, being rich is having money, and being wealthy is having time. So if you learn how to make your money work for you, you become wealthy because you have sufficient time on your hand for some other important things in your life. So that's important to know. Now, this takes us to the second principle. The second principle is about how to control your expenses. What I mean by this is that how to make sure that, yes, you work hard for your money, but you also need to work harder to control your money. You need to command your money. You need to control your expenses. You need to learn how to distinguish between needs and wants, and you need to avoid debt. I'm going to talk briefly about all these 4 points as we move forward. But before that, I want to quickly talk about the myths that we've somehow gotten used to when it comes to saving money. The first myth that I want to talk about is people that will say, I need to earn certain money in order to save. That's totally not true, because if you cannot save $10 from $100, you will not be able to save $100 from $1,000. So it does not matter your level of income. You need to make saving become a habit for you. Even if you cannot save maybe 10% of your income, you should start and you should learn how to save, well, maybe $1 from your income. And guys, the good news here today is that you can start investing even with $1. There are companies now that will help you, that will allow you to buy fractions of a share. So you can start investing with as little as $1. That's the message there. Here's another myth. After taking care of all my living expenses, there is nothing left to save. Well, the fact is you are putting the cart before the horse. What you must learn to do is to save before you spend, and not the other way around. Saving must become your priority. Saving money is about you. It's about your future. It's about planning for the rainy day. So it's a must. It's not an option. You must start today. Like I said, even if it's just $1 that you can spare, you should start saving today. That's the message. So is this your situation? Here is another common saying. I have no idea where all my money goes at the end of every month. Okay, let me give you this analogy. Maybe it's going to help you. Do you know that if you earn 50K per annum, in 10 years, you would have earned $500,000? Yeah, of course, I'm not expecting you to save the whole of the $500,000. Of course, you have to live. You have to pay your rent. You have to pay for food. You have to take care of yourself. You have to live. So, but I'm expecting you to save a portion of that amount. If you have been saving 10% from your income every year, from that $50,000 income for every year for 10 years, you would have saved $50,000. That's your annual income. But guess what? If you have been investing that $5,000 each year for 10 years, in 10 years, you won't have $50,000. Rather, you will have close to $90,000. That's if you are getting an average of 10% ROI, return on investment. So it's important to save. You can see by saving money, you are making your money work for you and you are building wealth gradually. But wait a minute. What if you continue like that for another 10 years, now 20 years? Guess how much you are going to have? No, it's not $100,000. No, it's not $200,000. But you are going to have about $315,000. With that same saving rate and similar ROI for 20 years, if you keep at it, you will have $315,000 saved. Can you imagine that? And that's the power of compound interest. And you cannot take advantage of the compound interest until you start saving. So the message here is that you must find ways to save. And when you save, you must now invest. Here's another one that I often hear. I earn so much, but I find it so hard to save. I can never stop working. This is absolutely not true. You need to make saving a habit, make it a priority. You need to understand that saving is about you. And for people that still find it hard to do, let's talk about commanding your money. Commanding your money is about budgeting. Some people don't like budgeting, and but I change the word. I call it command your money. This gives you the sense that you are in control. Here is a sample budget for someone that makes an income of 3,500 per month. So for this guy, at least he's saving $200 every month, and he made saving his priority. That's number one on his list. And look at it, maybe for the month of June. On the 1st of June, he's going to set aside $200. It will go into his savings account, and that's it. Then it will start with other expenses. This guy likes giving, so he has $150 for charity. Of course, he has to eat, $550 for feeding. He has to pay his rent, $1,050 for housing, and so on. This guy still has some debt, so that's why he's still paying $250 towards his debt. But look at what he has done. He has learned how to command his money. And how did he do it? He's telling his money where to go, when to go, what to do, and how hard he wants his money to work for him. And that's what I mean by commanding your money. All the money that he is saving will eventually go towards investment. That's something every one of us must do. You know, I told you that you are going to have activities and tasks in this training. So here's your first task. Take a minute. If you do not have any budget at the moment, this is where you need to take responsibility. I talked about turning points earlier. This is where you need to step up and make your impact. This is where you need to do something. So take a minute and think about it. You need to create your budget. Now, I spoke about differentiating between our needs and our wants. Of course, as humans, we have our basic needs: food, housing, clothing, and we have to pay our utilities. You pay your electricity bill, water bill, and so on. So after taking care of those, most other things, guys, they are wants. Maybe for most people, it's always an option between driving a Toyota car versus driving a Tesla. Maybe one will cost you like $15,000 or $20,000, but the other one will cost you about $60,000. Now, if you can afford it, by all means, we do it. Get what you want, but do not go into debt. Do not go into debt and acquire things that you cannot afford. That's my message here. If the car that you can afford is a $10,000 or $15,000 car, by all means, buy that. And that's how to differentiate. The purpose of a car is to take you from point A to point B. Whether you are doing that in a $10,000 car or a $70,000 car, it does not matter. So differentiate between your need and your want. We by all means, again, if you can afford it, please do so. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to be happy. If driving a luxury car makes you happy, you can go ahead and buy it. But like I said, you must be able to afford it. Now, debt. Debt is a huge burden on most people. It's an obligation to the past that will deny you of future opportunities. Don't get yourself into debt, because debt, it's a source of pain to many people. It causes sleepless nights for people, and it wrecks marriages. So be careful. Be very, very careful about getting yourself into debt. If you are in any form of debt today, then you need to start paying your debt off. The best method is to use the debt snowball method. And how do you do that? You list your debt from the smallest to the largest, and you start attacking. After you pay off the smallest, go to the next one, until you finish paying off all your debt. You must practice delayed gratification. For some people, it's about maybe you went to a dealership today and they say, "Hey, take this car." You either take that car and go home with debt, or maybe you wait another 1 or 2 years so that you can save more money and pay for your car with no debt. So that's delayed gratification. If you can wait, why not wait? You should learn about contentment, and you should not rob yourself of any future opportunity. I once had a colleague. This lady, she worked for 5 years and she had saved enough money, and she just told me one day that, "Hey, I'm gonna quit." And I asked her, "Why? Why are you quitting? You are not at the retirement age yet. Did you find a new job?" She just said no. She said, I want to quit, take 1 year and just travel." And do you know why she could do that? Because she had saved enough money. I wouldn't do that, but hey, she has the money and she could afford it. So she did it. And how can you get to that level? It is by planning, it is by saving money so that you can plan for your future. So that's something we must all know. I like this one. This is about a story of two ladies, Tammy and Tiffany. Tammy is a medical doctor that earns about $350,000 every year. She lives in a beautiful 5-bedroom house in the one of the most affluent neighborhood in the city. And she just bought a BMW X7 at the cost of $82,000. But do you know what happened? Tiffany, an elementary school teacher who earns $68,000 every year, she wanted the same type of car that Tammy just bought. But how can you do that? On a salary of $68,000, you want to buy a car of $82,000? That is not proportionate in any way. My grandmother used to tell us that cut your coat according to your size. We teach our kids not to give in to peer pressure, but as adults, we do give in to peer pressure from time to time. You want to live in certain neighborhood because your friend, your colleague from the office, I just moved to the neighborhood. You want to buy a certain car because your friend bought the same car. That's giving in to peer pressure. And hey, for Tiffany in America, because they want people to perpetuate in debt, they are going to offer her that car. It does not matter whether or not she can afford it. They just pull her credit and she will continue paying the $82,000 car for the next 6, 7 years. That's not how to plan your future, and that's not appropriate. I like how I used to watch Susie Orman's show, and she always asks this question: can you afford it? And here are two questions that you must ask yourself before you make your next purchase. You should ask yourself, is this spending commensurate to my income level? You are earning a salary of $40,000 and you want to go and buy a car of $80,000. That's too much. The second question, is this spending aligned with my financial goal? Now, if you don't have any financial goal, we are going to get to a section in this training that will guide you to set up your financial plan. So you need to create one. That's the message. Here are quick recommendations on savings. The first thing, saving, like I said, is about you. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to, what are your goals? I know this saying, yeah, you only live once, one life. Yes, by all means, I want people to have fun. And that's why when you look at the Command Your Money budget, there's a line item for fun. Yes, save money, plan your vacation, have fun, go to that restaurant, take a trip, buy yourself the good things of life. But to do that, you must plan for it. You must have the money. Don't go and borrow to go on vacation. That's totally not appropriate. So, quick recommendation, have a financial plan. Make saving a priority. Turn your saving into income generating tool. Be a conscious spender and think about the future. So those are the recommendations that I want you guys to take. Here's one chart that I found online, and it shows what people should have in their retirement account according to the different age brackets. For example, if you are 30 years old, you should have your income for the year, your annual income saved. If you are 40 years old, you should have 3 times your annual income saved in your retirement. Okay, here's my opinion. This is not a golden rule. It is just for guidance purpose, because I don't want you to feel discouraged if you are not there today, but rather I want you to use this as a form of encouragement, as a goal to strive for. So you know your annual income. If you are 50 years old, you are expected to have 5 times your annual income in your retirement account. So check that out and use it to compare where you are today. So here's your task number 2. create your financial plan. And how do you do that? What do you want to accomplish within the year? This is January. So what do you plan to accomplish within this year? You should write it down. The second one, maybe what do you want to accomplish in the next 2 to 5 years? You should write it down. And long term, what do you want to accomplish maybe for over 5 years, more than 5 years? Maybe to save for retirement, maybe to pay off your mortgage, or maybe for college savings for your kids. You should also write it down. And that's how to create your financial plan. It is about you, it's about what you want. All you need to do is just step up and make a plan for what you want. So, and that would take us to the third principle: diversify your income. So, right now, I'm going to take a sip of water. Right now, if you have only one source of income, you need to learn how to create a second source of income. And to do that, maybe if you work 9 to 5, the question is, what do you now do from 5 to 9? That's 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. the following day. You should take at least 1 to 2 hours every day and think about what you really want, how you can create your second income stream. If you can create a side income or side hustle, you should do that. Or you should sell your skills so that you can make money. An average millionaire has a 7 income stream, while the middle class have only one, their job. And the message is you should find other source of income that you can use to build your wealth. If you don't have any idea about how to do that, this slide is for you. How to create your second income stream. The first thing that you need to do is to identify your interest and your skills. But when we talk about interest and skills, we must be able to balance our passion with profit. Whatever skills, whatever interest you have, you must make sure that there is a market for it. You must make sure that people actually need that. It's not just you thinking on your own without thinking about people. Because again, what you are offering, the product you are offering, the service that you want to offer, it's going to be for other people, not just for you. And that's how to make money. If you can serve 1,000 people or 1 million people, you see, there is a big difference. The more people that you can serve, the higher the chances of you being able to make money and build wealth. So identify your interest, identify a problem area. Just pick one problem area that you really want to solve, that you are passionate about. Research the market. Determine the profitability. If I go into this, will I make any money? For example, if you spend 2 hours and at the end of the day, you are only going to make 1 cent, is that considered profit for you? I know it may be a start for most people, but is there a path to make money in that business? That's the question that you must have at the back of your mind. And finally, test your idea. I don't like it when people procrastinate, when you stay on ideas, you are thinking, you want to know all the scenario. No, do all this research, then test. You must do something. Start small and you grow from there. Some people always say, oh, there are no ideas. And to me, there are plenty of ideas out there. There are a lot of ideas that you can tap into. So I added this just to show people. You can be a career coach if you know about career. You can go into childcare if you want to do that. You can do graphic design. You can do catering and cooking. You can sell on Amazon. So there are a lot of ideas. The issue is how to organize those ideas and market those ideas so that people will know you and people will buy from you. That's the challenge that most people have. And to really do that, you just have to start. Because if you don't start, you are not going to see any result anyway. So starting and learning in the process is the right approach here. So let's talk about recommendation on how to diversify your income. The first thing is determine what you want to do. Again, make sure that you are going to follow a profit path, a profitable path. Don't just start something that will not end up making money for you. Find ways to reach multiple people. You can build your own website and start selling a product, or find other platform, existing platform, Amazon, Shopify, Alibaba, and sell your product on those sites. Those sites, they are well operated and they know how to, and they millions of people, they shop on those websites. So taking advantage of that kind of website will be beneficial for you. The third one, optimize your time. I spoke earlier about my friend that the math tutor that goes from house to house, and how I told him to use platforms. And now he's able to attract more people on his platform. And he put some of his courses on Udemy. And with that, he's been able to sell more and make more money. So utilize platforms and optimize your time. Above all, provide great product and services. And that's what people really want. If you can offer them top-notch product and services, you will be able to attract more people and capitalize on your success. When you find something that is working out for you, capitalize on it and grow and make it bigger. And that's the message. That takes us to the fourth principle. Make your money work for you. Guys, money is a tool. It should be deployed to work for you. So how do you do that real quick? The first thing, make saving and investing a habit. Commit to a set amount that you want to save every month. After saving, find asset that you can invest that money into so that you can get growth or an income. Invest in ways that will reduce risk for you. Don't just gamble away your money, and don't be tempted by get rich quick schemes. Those are dangerous. Be very, very careful of those. And finally, have a long-term focus. And that's a way to make your money work for you. Just careful planning. That's the deal. Here's one that I love so much in terms of making money work for me. These are well-established companies: Coca-Cola, Google, Amazon, Walmart, Bank of America. If you can either start your own Coca-Cola or buy into this Coca-Cola. These companies, they have billions of shares outstanding that you can buy into. And as they continue to make money, they will share the money with you through dividend. So that's a way to now start building your passive income portfolio. If you are not competent or confident enough of buying into specific companies, then you should take advantage of mutual funds or ETFs. And some people, you can buy bonds, and if you just want to generate steady income. But the deal here is that find a company, invest your money into those companies, and make passive income. I did not add real estate to this because I feel real estate is a lot, it's a big kind of investment. It's broad, But real estate is a great form of investment that you can also tap into. Buy rental properties. If you have the temperament, the patience to deal with tenants, and you can collect rent every month, and that's another way that you can use to build your passive income portfolio. Do you know that if you had invested $1,000 in Tesla in 2010, today that money will be worth $40,000? And that's the growth that I was talking about. What kind of investment can you put your money into today that maybe 2 years from now, 3 years from now, that money would have grown? You should think about that. Another thing, if you have been buying 100 units of shares of AT&T every year since 2010, this year you would have 1,000 units. And with 1,000 units of AT&T, you'll be getting a quarterly dividend of $520. And guess what? Yeah, that may not be up to 1/10 of your income. But guess what? If you are buying several companies, maybe you'll be earning $1,000 per every quarter as a form of dividend. And that's a way to build your passive income portfolio. And to build your investment portfolio, it requires patience, because when you are just starting, maybe you are only earning $10 every quarter. You may feel discouraged that, hey, what's $10 to me? But you need patience, you need time, you need focus, you need discipline in order to see that $10 become $100, and see $100 become $1,000, or $1,000 grow to $10,000. It takes time, so you must be patient. Here's how to get your free coffee. To all coffee lovers out there, if you are spending $3.25 every day on coffee for 5 days and that you go to work, that means you'll be spending $65 per month. Do you know what you need to do to get your coffee for free? Just buy shares in Starbucks. If you buy 433 units of Starbucks, you'll be able to get income from Starbucks at $65 per month. And that way you pay for your coffee for free. And that way you get your coffee for free, I meant. So that's a way you should consider some of your expenses. Take your phone bill. How much do you pay? Maybe you pay $100 every month. Ask yourself, what can I invest in that will generate $100 for me every month? And that way your phone bills become free. You can take your electricity bill or your water bill and do the same. And that's how to get things for free. So quick recommendations on how to build your investment portfolio. The first thing, identify the asset class that you want to invest in. And of course, always do your research. I don't want you to gamble away your money. Do your research, even if it's real estate. Know about the location, know about the ROI, know about all the associated fees before you invest. If you prefer the capital market, if you do not have any brokerage account right now, then you should open your brokerage account. Make sure you diversify your investment. And that's why mutual funds, ETFs are better for people that have little knowledge in terms of investing in the capital market. And most importantly, you need to invest in yourself so that you stay ahead. And the way to do it, the fifth one, is you need to keep learning and stay the course. And that's the way to see your investment turn into a wealth building machine. Money issues can be challenging, especially when you don't have enough, when you are struggling to make ends meet. It causes stress. It causes sleepless nights, and it can make some people sick. Money issue is one of the top reasons why people divorce in America. Many people say money is evil, but I'll say lack of money is evil. Lack of money can cause people to do what they shouldn't do. So, learning about money principle and managing with your money, following this principle will help you to deal with your money stress, and you can now live free of financial worries. And to do that, 5 points. The first one, you need to practice contentment. Most of the time, what we struggle or why we go into stress is not being able to differentiate between our needs and our wants. An example, you can live stress free. If you can live stress free in a 152 bedroom apartment, or you can move to a $550,000 gated neighborhood with more stress that will require you to work 16 hours. If you are practicing contentment, you will choose a $150 apartment. You can drive a Toyota Corolla or drive a Tesla. But the question that you must always ask yourself is, can I afford it? If what you can afford is the Toyota Corolla and it will give you the peace of mind that you need, please go for that. Here, I'm not saying people shouldn't aspire. If you are earning $50,000 per annum today, in the next 1 or 2 years, yes, set a goal to increase your income. I don't want you to be stagnant. I want you to keep moving forward. And if you move forward, if you can afford it, yes, you can upgrade and buy better things and buy all those luxury things if you can afford it. That's the most important thing. But to do that, number two, you must save for the rainy day, save for emergency, practice delayed gratification. You can either go to a dealership today, pick a car and go on with debt, or wait for 2 years to buy the car debt free. What are you going to choose? For me, for you need to learn about delayed gratification, and that means you should wait to get that car. You should be focused. See, when you are building your investment portfolio, you are not going to see immediate results overnight. It takes time for you to start seeing results. And finally, you should practice gratitude. You should be grateful for your health. You should be grateful that you have a job. You should be grateful, even in your 1 bedroom apartment, that you have a roof over your head. Because there are people out there that sleep outside because they do not have any accommodation. You should be grateful that you have maybe just two shoes because there is someone out there with no leg. You should be grateful that you have a 15-year-old car that can take you from place to place because there are people that cannot even afford to buy that car. So if you can practice this, if you can be contented, learn how to delay gratification and practice gratitude, you'll be able to live free of financial worries. When I close my training, I always do a recap. But for this one, I want to bring back this financial freedom ladder. You know, I spoke about turning point. I shared my story with you. The question now is, when are you going to say enough? When are you going to get to that your turning point? When is it going to be enough of living paycheck to paycheck? When are you going to say enough of working hard and not having much to show for it? When are you going to say enough of looking at other people and wishing you have their life? When are you going to say enough of playing victim mentality? And now you now have to embrace building wealth and building legacy for your children and grandchildren. To do that, you must learn how to make money work for you. To make money work for you, you must start by saving. Save then invest your money. And that's the way to do it. So now it's over to you. I gave you 3 tasks. The first one, create your budget. The second one, create your financial plan. And the third one, create your contentment journal. I'm going to leave you with this. Success is a steady progress towards one's goal. A toddler will not jump up one day and start running on day one. They take few steps, they fall down, and they will get back up. They will take another 3, 4, 5 steps. They fall again, they get up. So also for you, you may be on the bottom rung of the ladder today, but I want you to start taking steps. It is by taking steps that you are gonna one day get to the top rung where you have 100% of your income coming in, even if you don't work anymore. And I have resources for you. I have compressed many years of learning about money into 1 year of writing. Last year, I wrote these 3 ebooks, The Power to Earn, to teach you how to optimize your earning, learn how to make money from multiple sources and create multiple streams of income. The second one, Power to Save, how to pay yourself first, how to make sure you are saving money. And the third one, Power to Invest, is about how to make money work for you. If you go on Amazon, if you type my name, Adebola Halabi, all my books will come up and you can get any of these books. As usual, you can connect with me. Go to my website, www.winnersways.com, or on social media, Twitter, you can find me at Bola Halabi, or just email me, coaching@winnersways.com. And thank you very much for joining me today. And I'm going to take a pause to listen to your question. Thank you very much. I hope you find this beneficial. Now, I'm ready for the questions.